So this is Matt with sickfacemusic.com here with Austin Ward, one of our new artists. So how's it going today, Austin?
Pretty good. Just been chilling here in mainstream music for a couple hours, playing the guitars, seeing how everything goes.
Getting everything smoothed out?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So tell us about your music.
So I'm an acoustic indie artist from Pocatello, Idaho, where me and a couple friends were just kind of sitting in my house one day and just kind of playing around, and eventually we just kind of got this really smooth chord progression down, and we just put a melody to it, and ever since then, like, I fell in love with, like, the indie genre. So me and my close friends are working on a lot of indie stuff and trying to get everything smoothed out.
Excellent. So what got you into music?
When I was little, my father would always walk around. When we drove around, he'd always have, like, Metallica playing or, something to that effect. And I think it mainly came from, like, my dad and just kind of how I was raised around it. There was always music playing in my house, whether it was for anything from Elvis to Metallica to Black Sabbath to Guns N' Roses, whatever it was playing. It's just what I grew up on.
Awesome. So you're just getting your start in the music industry. How would you describe the music industry to people who aren't in it?
I used to just not have like a set time for like music at all. It was just kind of whenever I picked it up and we were playing around or anything. But now I have like section parts of my day that I work on nothing but my music and getting my chord progressions or my tablature down, or getting the melody of my song down, and whatever I'm writing at the time, trying to get everything smoothed out. And it's definitely, it goes from kind of a hobby to a passion to your job / passion at the same time. So you got to make time for it now instead of just picking it up whenever you can.
And I know that you've also been working a regular day job.
Yeah.
And you're planning on moving completely and entirely into the music industry. How has that experience been?
Worrisome for the most part, but it's exciting at the same time. So, like, I'm going from, my day job to going into something like I really enjoy doing and I love doing, and moving completely from that into the music scene. There's always fears of financial security and stuff like that, but at the same time it's exciting in the sense of you're trying something new that you like to do, and that you can eventually make the rest of your life doing it and making a living off of it.
You seem to touch on something that a lot of musicians that I've worked with and interviewed have relayed to me, and that is the more time you put into your passion or focus, the more focus you put on what you want to do, the more that's going to show itself in whatever you do as far as a successful path. Is that something you've taken in it as advice from other musicians, or is that just something that you've kind of come up to on your own?
I think it was a mixture of both. I was slowly coming to the realization of, like, the more I did put into it, the more I got out of it. But I've had many of people throughout, middle school, high school, even now coming into the more real world part of it, that tell you all the time, if you, no play and all work just makes Johnny a really dull boy.
How would you describe your music to somebody who might not be familiar with those jobs or some of the artists that you describe?
It's more mellow-based, more passion-based in telling you about a situation that I've personally been through and that I personally live, either currently or in the past. It's more of a storytelling than it is just writing a song. Everything that I've wrote is stuff that I've done or been through personally. So I feel like it's me telling a story, not just me writing a song. And I feel like that's what a lot of the artists in the quote-unquote genre do, like John Mayer and Ed Sheeran. They're writing from past experiences or current experiences even that just tell a lot about them. Even people like Slipknot and Mushroomhead, they write about stuff like that all the time, and it's really, really evident in like Corey Taylor's writing for Slipknot and Stone Sour, and just stuff like that. That's why I gathered a lot of inspiration from people like that.
So where can people find your music and kind of check it out and get a good feel for it?
All right, so it's available for free on sickfacemusic.com. It's on iTunes, Xbox Live, I believe Spotify and Pandora.
We'll have everybody online check that out. And what are your plans for the future in music? What do you plan to do as far as your influence on the world or your community?
I hope to bring everybody. Saying to bring everybody closer together is obviously kind of a corny thing to say, but bringing people together to listen to something that everybody enjoys, whether or not they like each other, but something to bring more than just one person in and make them realize, maybe people have gone through similar situations and, people do understand, even from an artist's point of view, like, I understand where you're coming from, and I hope that people will listen to it and realize maybe that there is somebody out there who actually does care and understand what's going on in people's lives. It's a lot. Life is a very hard thing, and when people are able to sit and write about it and sing about it, it makes people feel better about themselves, definitely.
Well, it sounds like you've got a good path ahead of you there.
Hope so.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming out and talking with us today.
No problem.
And you heard it first on sickfacemusic.com.